if you're selling a product or providing a service on your website, then customer reviews are very, very helpful for your visitors, because customer reviews will show them the kind of experiences your past customers have had, comments they've made, and the kind of experience they can expect based on those past experiences. So very, very helpful for visitors to decide whether to buy from you or not. And if you provide a good service, then invariably you're going to get good reviews anyway. So it's a great signal of trust. And also you're going to get feedback. So even constructive criticism is good, because it's going to help improve the way you deal with customers in the future. So customer reviews are really, really helpful, and you should have them if you run a site that provides a product or a service. So I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of review pages, just so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to go down to just a random one on Fiverr.com. I mean, Fiverr.com, it's a great site, very cheap gigs, $5 you can pay and someone will do something, design a logo or promote your site, whatever. And they have a review service that they heavily promote, and sometimes I can see good and bad in it, and this is just a typical one. It's a random one, so some of the comments are, let's say, not so helpful, but they're obviously positive. But the longer the comment, the more useful it is, I think, for shoppers to determine whether to go with this service provider or not, because it gives you a more detail and insight into what they found when they used that service provider. So it's a good idea to encourage your shoppers to leave detailed reviews. Not positive reviews, never coax them to do that. You won't need to do that if you're providing a good service anyway. But the more words they write about your service, the more detail the future visitors have and can determine whether to buy from you or not. I'm going to show another example. This is my own site. I've developed this review service. It's a little bit different with the scoring system. I have a 7 for satisfactory. That's 7 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is far exceeded expectations. I think it is a bit different from the normal review service, because I think over the last few years has had this mentality of perfect scores pretty much equating to job done. And for me, job done is something like a 7 out of 10. If you do the job, if you provide a product, you deliver it on time, and the product is pretty much what the customer expected, 7 out of 10 for me. But if it's better than expected, then 8, 9, 10 out of 10. You have to have that room to add an extra point or two. So that's how this service works. I include all feedback here. So look at this top one here. It says, I received my pashmina very promptly. However, I had expected a different color. Despite this being my fault, the customer service at Love Pashminas was fantastic. They were more than happy to exchange for another color, and even refunded my return postage costs. I'll be using the website again and wholeheartedly recommend them to my friends. So, there was a problem there, but it got resolved, and they're happy in the end. And I left a reply there just saying thanks, basically. So there's a little bit of a dialogue there, and I think that's quite helpful for people who are thinking of buying from the site, and they get a bit of honesty there. Scrolling down, yes, there's some good comments as well, and scrolling a bit further down, I encourage people to leave as long a comment as they can, but ultimately, in aggregation, in totality, all of these comments help people decide whether to buy or not. And that's pretty much any review service will do that, especially when there are shoppers' comments there. Like I say, it's a big signal of trust. It shows you've fulfilled many orders before. Of course, when you start a new site, you're not going to have a list of customer reviews. It's going to take time to build up. But as your site progresses, as you get more and more customers, it gets easier to attain new customers because of your previous history of all the service you've provided in the past. So if your site doesn't have customer reviews, it really should have, and you should seek out one of the services that are out there that provide customer reviews. Or perhaps your template has it already built in. Make sure it's enabled.